Welcome to What in the Smut podcast,
where the books are horny and so are we. I'm Elle.
and I'm Kay. So, what's going on?
Yeah, as you may be able to tell for those listeners who are watching, there's been a lot of change in my life recently. I got married last week. We moved. I chopped all my hair off, etc. But while I was living in the bliss of all things good in life, the bookish world is on fire. And no, not in a good way. What the fuck is going on, you guys? So let's first talk about the entire saga of a content creator attempting to trademark the phrase hot girls read, which, if you've been on the internet at all in the last decade or so, is a pretty ubiquitous phrase that is more than a little presumptuous to attempt to trademark. Like, what do you mean?
The problem is that the trademarking offices or whatever, they're like, okay, fine. Here you go.
Oh,
you get the trademark.
They do have a period where they open it up for comments.
They do. So there's a period where it's pending and you can file, because for a while I was making and selling like stuff on Etsy or whatever. So I was looking into a lot of the trademarking stuff and like, so because you don't want to use somebody's trademark, get it taken down, whatever.
Right.
But so you can file a like protest to the trademark. But the fact that like the trademarking offices, there's nobody that does any kind of like
there's like no due
checking
diligence.
anything at all. So like, despite the fact that you might think that somebody that's going like approve, maybe it's like, I've heard that before from a lot of people.
Yeah.
It's just a common phrase. Like, you're not supposed to be able to trademark a common phrase.
No. Nope. But social media rose up and submitted their dissents directly to the trademark office and eventually drowned said content creator in so much vitriol that she withdrew her registration.
Good.
Yeah. Like, come on.
It's like, then you're making it so that nobody else can make designs for anything.
It's crazy.
And one person should not have that power, because typically the person that wants that power doesn't have any creative bone in their body, and the stuff that they're going to try to sell is shit.
And that's our final word on that.
Yes, that's my 2 cents.
Yeah. But perhaps even more annoyingly, The Telegraph recently published an article titled, quote, Gen Z's taste for fairy porn lays bare the Me Too generation's smutty soul. And wow, if that's not the best rage bait I've seen in quite some time. I'm not going to tell you much about it because it's full of tired anti-feminist talking points and scare quotes and malicious misrepresentation of a genre that is written almost entirely by women for women, culminating in the author somehow claiming that our ability to explore sexuality undermines the Me Too movement.
Let me guess, the author was a man.
No.
Oh, that's even worse.
She is like a anti-trans, right-wing, like trad wife vibed white woman. Like fucking hell. So let's talk about a book that plays with consent and desire and has trigger warnings to ensure that readers know what they're getting into, and a content note that explains in detail that the book features non-con, which is a fictional trope that should not be experienced in real life, and includes resources for domestic violence and the suicide hotline. Fuck you, Telegraph, for publishing your story under news when it should have been relegated to a gossip rag. Okay?
Damn. Well, this week we have an exclusive that just dropped
This week, yeah.
this week. Yeah. So we have read That One Time with the Lemon Drop by Alex LaBruyere, friend of the pod. We don't actually have any reviews because we
No.
got this as an ARC copy, which is exciting. So the synopsis says Davey has spent his entire adult life keeping everyone at a distance, having an endless string of one-night stands just to avoid real intimacy. After watching the one person he truly loves find her person in a magical margarita, he's worked tirelessly to become emotionally available. But just like his best friend, he finds the dating scene to be a cesspool when attempting to find a forever person. He begs Athena, the owner of his bar, and coincidentally his local goddess, to bless him with his own magical cocktail. When he gets his wish and mixes up a lemon drop, he expects to fall in love with the man on the other side of the shaker. But when he meets his so-called perfect match, he realizes he's made a critical error. Davey intends to walk away right then and there, but unfortunately, his lover will not accept no for an answer. That One Time with the Lemon Drop is an dark comedy sentient object romance short. It is the second in a series of interconnected standalones, but the reading order is flexible. The book is as unhinged as you think it will be. Please check the trigger warnings in the book or on the author's website. Feel free to contact the author for further guidance. And
Alex absolutely will
yeah.
respond, will take your comments. If you find triggers that they didn't include at the start, you should let them know because then they'll update. I am obsessed with Alex and I appreciate that they are a friend of the pod and that they have been so willing to include us in their writing process.
It's so funny too because this is one of my favorite parts about what we've been doing.
Yeah.
Is so at the end of the book in the acknowledgments, Alex gave us a little shout out, which
I am never gonna shut up about this. I'm literally gonna tell everyone I know.
It made me cry a little. I was like, wow, this is just, I literally found a random book online and then bombarded the author at a conference, and now we're friends.
Now we're
This is
friends.
awesome.
It's amazing.
And Alex, thank you for continuing to pump out fantastic books. Thank
Yeah.
you for thinking of us when arcs come around, and thank you for being awesome because we love you.
We love you so much.
So, all of that being said, this book does contain non-con.
Yes.
Which automatically for us puts this at a level 4.
Yeah. I think it's very firmly at a 4. I don't think there's any question about this smut scale. So, for our full list of trigger warnings, we have discussions of homophobia and racism, non-con, spanking, breeding kink, daddy kink, biting, face slapping, recreational drug use, poppers, choking and breath play, praise, and degradation. Now,
Yeah.
I was amused because this shows my ignorance. It never occurred to me that gay men would have a breeding kink.
Yeah. I guess me too.
I love it. It's incredible, but it's just I do not like the breeding kink personally. That is my cross to bear, I suppose. I don't like the idea of being used solely as a vessel for procreation. But I think that comes from a lot of societal pressure to be a vessel for procreation.
Yeah.
And so it was almost freeing to see it utilized between two people who will not procreate, at least in this fashion.
I think that though, really, is the breeding kink, and this is an honest to God question. So is the breeding kink with the end game goal of breeding?
Yeah.
Or is it just coming inside?
You know, I don't know, but I think it really does have an element of like the dirty talk often involves like putting a baby inside of you, getting you pregnant, like fertilizing my seed inside of you. Like it's always very intentional with the imagery of pregnancy, but
Yeah.
maybe it is just all propaganda so that men can come inside women without protection.
Mood.
But we digress.
um, so Alex does include in their content notes or the grocery list. This book features non-con, which is a fictional trope. In real life, if you are touched in a way that you did not consent to, that is sexual assault and unacceptable behavior, full stop. If you are experiencing domestic violence or have experienced sexual assault, there are resources. One of the abuse indicators for domestic violence is isolation, but I promise you, you are not alone. I love that these continue to be added into books. I think it's so important. I think that this is one of those, like, kind of to go back to the Telegraph article, like a fuck you into like giving anyone empowerment in their sexuality, whether it is finding their sexuality or overcoming things like domestic violence or sexual assault. I think that the more resources that continue to be added in there is just a really cool sign of like the changing narrative.
Yeah, I completely agree. I mean, we've talked about this a lot, but it is truly one of my favorite things that I mean, there are so many problems with like having so much access to authors, like it creates new issues, but I do love that there is like this understanding of like we are all trying to create a space where people can explore like what works for them. And if you find something in my book, in this book, in other books, like that doesn't work for you, that triggers you, that is a trigger that I should include, like authors are becoming more and more like open to having that conversation and including it like in the content warnings. Like it's
Yeah.
just indicative of the understanding that no one is living on an island. Like we are all part of the human experience and we're all affecting each other. And fuck you to the Telegraph once again.
Like I had said before, there are no reviews yet for this as of recording because the book has not been released yet as we're recording this. So I can't wait to see as those come in what they look like because again, Alex killed it. So
Yeah, completely agree.
So, as always, we are going to do a full rundown of the plot. There will be spoilers. There will be a link for this in our show notes if you want to give Alex their page reads. But are you ready to get into it?
Yes. Let's get into it. I loved the dedication to all my challenging little puzzles of people that need to be solved before you let someone in. You're not too difficult to love.
I love it.
It's a little too real. So, as always with that one time at the bar, Alex does include a playlist at the top, which I always thoroughly enjoy. We've got some classics. We've got Tequila Makes Her Clothes Fall Off. We've got Drunk in Love with Beyonce and Jay-Z. We've got TikTok by Kesha.
Shot.
Yes. Tipsy. Specifically the club mix, which I love. The Pina Colada song. Everything about this is fantastic. And if you're on the digital version, there's a link to the playlist.
Love
which
that.
I did put on while I was reading. It added to the experience for sure.
That's fantastic. So, side note, but something interesting that I just, and I don't know if we'll need to take this out. but they did just post about it.
Oh.
Alex had mentioned in a social media post about being dyslexic,
Yeah.
and it always amazes me when someone can overcome something like that in a
Yeah.
way that's like, sure, it takes a lot of effort on top of the
Mhm.
fact that writing a book is a hard thing to do.
Yeah.
Writing a book when you're dyslexic and you mix up words.
Uh-huh.
And then to come out with some of these words that are in here, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't even know what that word means. What do you
You
mean?
you've never experienced petrichor before?
No, I have not.
Yes. So this book like kicks off with some incredible prose. Like it's quite lovely, and it really does set you in like this character. One of my favorite words is petrichor. It's not just the way the word rolls off my tongue. It's not even how much it sounds so different from what it is. It's the way I feel when I hear the words. Like I'm no longer human. I am simply a damp leaf on a forest path, resting on moss which has been freshly watered by the rain. Like,
You can
ugh,
smell it.
yeah, you can. And this is like it's a vibe, and for this character, for Davey, it's especially a way to kind of, like, escape the the awfulness of the world. When I
Uh-huh.
hear or read petrichor, my entire being remembers being a teenager on a rural piece of property in Tennessee and the way my whole world felt different after the rains came. There was no homophobia or racism that could touch me when I sat in the quiet aftermath of a thunderstorm, safely hidden in the screened-in porch of my childhood home. Oof.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yes.
Brutal.
So in this first paragraph, you're getting that Davy is a deep individual,
Oh, yeah.
which is at odds with some of the shit that comes out of his mouth.
Oh my god. Davey was so frustrating as a character because he was so fucking real. Like,
Yeah.
just like, yes, you are this deep, complex human who with a desperate desire to be loved, and like also you're such an asshole. Like, my God, just let the people you love in, please. I beg of you.
Which is funny to me because I can picture having this conversation with Alex and
Yeah.
having Alex be like, "Yes."
Yes. Yes, completely,
Like, "I
completely.
love that you think that he's an asshole."
Like, I love that you caught that he's lashing out because he wants to push away the people that love him because he can't let people in. Yes.
Yes.
Oh, man.
And so we get a little bit of a throwback to that one time with the margarita
Mhm.
where we have Sunny pops up in here with they are working together at the bar, which is
Of course.
where we had met them both in the last book. Sunny would have me believe that if the bar is packed, it's better for business. I disagree because we're all so busy burning up, it makes us miserable. They've come in already assholes and then end up leaving liquored up and worse. Now, this does take place in Orlando, Florida, I believe.
Yep. Yep.
So, in the summer in Orlando,
Oh my god. Having
wild.
recently experienced it ourselves, and we were there the tail end of
Yeah, we were
summer,
there end of September.
and it was still fucking brutal. Ugh. Ugh, swimming through the air. It was hot as hell. But um I love a reference to another novel,
Uh-huh.
and I especially love I was talking with my friend recently about the other Bennett sister, which is the Pride and Prejudice story, but from one of the other sisters' perspectives.
Mhm.
And she was like, I don't know, like is Lizzie and Mr. Darcy included only to like show that their life isn't as perfect as it like was in Pride and Prejudice. Like, because a lot of like next books or adaptations or like spin-offs like really love to play with this idea of like, oh, we'll throw conflict in like the happily ever after from the end of the original just to
Uh-huh.
like keep things interesting. And in no way is Alex here for that bullshit. Like, also neither is the other Bennett sister, by the way. Like, Lizzie and Darcy are happy as always. But like like the description of Sunny, I turn to regard my best friend and the platonic love of my life. She's looking exceptionally beautiful today. Since Jose swept her off her feet and wifed her up, she's finally decided to dress with purpose, and her luscious plus-sized body is filling out a pair of short shorts and a crop top. The tip jar overflows, and I don't think it's my gay black ass making it do so.
I
Like,
love it.
I love it so much. I love that Sunny's happy. She and her husband Jose are incredible. We get their banter, the three of them, which is incredible because Jose is bisexual and
Uh-huh.
he's been trying to get Davey to join their marriage
Which is
as a third party. I love it.
it's hilarious, and it's also like I was thinking about this because I I don't think that I am made for polyamory.
No, I couldn't do it. It's
And like
too
had I
much.
considered it, sure.
Uh-huh.
I don't think I'm made in that way because if my husband was flirting with another man
Mhm.
like that, even if they were bisexual,
Mhm.
I would be, or I guess especially if they were, not even if, but
Yeah.
especially, I would be insecure about it.
Yeah.
However, there's something to be said for finding a mate that is made for you,
Mhm.
and all of that insecurity
Yeah,
is just disappears.
for sure. And like their interactions are so good.
Yeah,
Like Sunny says, "Davy, can you make Roberta her Uze?" I don't know what this is, what this drink is.
I'm gonna look it up.
Uzhe? Cause wow.
Huge. Oh,
Huge.
the huge.
Oh, fuck, I'm just stupid. Yeah, of course, her huge. Oh my god. I thought it was like a classy drink that I didn't know, but no,
But you
I'm
know
just a
what?
moron.
That's funny because in my head, like when I write, I would like to include some of that, like
Casual
more,
language.
yeah. And it's
Yeah,
hard
yeah.
to do because of things like that, where like getting your point across in that way. That's really funny though, because I did the same thing.
Oh my gosh. Sorry, Alex. Oh my gosh. But so Davy replies, "I could, but then I'd have to stop looking at you, Shug." And then Jose comes out from the back and goes, "Mire, if you came home with us, you would never have to stop looking at her." And Davy's like, "Stop teasing me, you Mexican god. I've been single for too long and I'm on the brink of taking you up on that offer." It's just like they're so funny because then Sunny goes, "Now kiss."
But I pictured it like, now kiss.
Yeah, because she claps her hands together excitedly. It's so cute. It's so funny. Like, and Davy goes, "You're the worst wife in the history of wives." And Sunny goes, "No, don't let me stop you. I don't even have to be part of it at all. It can be an all-male review. I won't even watch from the cuck chair. Quick, go to the tap room and I'll man the bar." Like, it's just so funny. And it's like, I feel like there is like this general shifting in society towards like an acceptance of polyamory, and like
Mhm.
this portrayal of it especially, like there is no jealousy, there's no insecurity. It's just like, hey, if you two want to go, like, I will get off at the thought of it. Like, have fun,
Yeah.
It's just so, it's like wholesome. I love it.
Yeah. It's I agree. I think that it is just the it kind of cements the importance of platonic love
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
and how, like, to love somebody and be able to be like, "Oh, no, that's gonna make you happy, and that's gonna make me really happy because of that."
Yeah.
Or I think it just is a cool I don't know. I liked it.
Me too. Me too. Um,
So Davey has been doing a lot of work on himself in the past
yes.
year. He's been celibate. He hasn't been dating. He hasn't been having one night stands. He's been like, I think it said he's been going to therapy.
Yep.
So he's been doing a lot of work on himself, and basically he's like, well, if Athena just would give me the book, I would be
Mm,
fine. All of my problems would be solved, which, like,
yeah.
whomst among us at one time or another has not thought that a man could fix something
Yeah.
wrong?
Yeah. It's true. We've all made this critical mistake, and it is a mistake.
It's a mistake, and it typically quickly sorts itself out into proving that it's a mistake.
Yeah. I will remind you that this book is fiction, because even though a man does show up and it does fix everything, this is not real life.
I know.
It's like one of those Instagram reels or like TikToks that like
Like a
has a
little skit.
stitch.
Yeah.
It's like a stitch where someone's like, be unhinged, and then it cuts to like someone who's like, not you, not us, not us. That's not for us. Our unhinged is too unhinged. Like, bad.
I'm just discovering my unhinged.
And I love that for you. So Sunny is consoling Davey and saying, I know you're upset that she hasn't given you the book, but I don't think it's a matter of earning or not earning it. You're putting too much importance on it. Maybe you wouldn't even like the man that the book gave you. Did you ever stop to think about that? Like, which was foreshadowing for sure. But he is like still stewing on this when the end of the night comes, and he's closing down the bar and says to the empty bar, now that all the patrons have left, maybe I need a change. I've changed my behavior. I've changed my hair. Should I change my address? And a voice answers, I don't think that will be necessary. And like,
And
out walks Athena.
yes, which I love that he calls her Neen.
Me too. But it does seem very risky. Like,
yeah, one, it's your boss, because he gets real sassy. One, it's your boss.
Does.
Two, it's a god.
Not just a god. And like, she reminds him that she is the goddess of war. Like, which she is. She's the goddess of wisdom and of war. Like, why would you pick a fight with this being? I don't understand. Like, and she never really punishes him for it either. Which, like, I don't know. I feel like he could have done with a little reality check.
Yeah, but I think she knows that it all comes from a place of hurt.
Yeah.
Like, it comes from he is hurting. And
Yes.
I mean, we've said this before. I think hurt people hurt people.
Oh, for sure.
So, I think because she loves him, she knows that it's not coming from a malicious place.
Yeah. No, you're right. And there's probably also an element of like, ah, it's so cute that mortals think that they could keep up with me.
Yeah.
So Athena comes out and throws a worse for wear book on the table before sitting opposite of Davey. And what's funny to me is that Athena actually gives an explanation of the rules to Davey, which she did not do for Sunny at all.
I think she learned her lesson because Sunny fucked it up in the last book.
Yes.
But we also got her saying,
go
I never intended to give you the book, Davey, and it wasn't because I didn't think you had earned it. Everyone deserves to find their perfect person. Everyone is worthy of love, which I didn't really understand because it also says the word she doesn't say, hang in the air.
Yeah.
So, like, she never intended to give him the book.
Mm-hmm.
So then why is she giving him the book?
Mm-hmm.
That I didn't quite understand.
Yeah. I think the unspoken words are that Davey doesn't believe that he is worthy of love.
Okay. Yeah.
And I think that's part of the reason why, I don't know, I think part of the reason why she didn't intend to give him the book to begin with is because, everything about Davy says, I don't want what Sunny has.
Yeah.
And he's about to, do his damnedest to prove that. And I think now Athena is kind of turning this into, all right, this is a lesson in you're gonna get what you need whether you like it or not, which is a little bit ominous.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, so for those of our listeners who have not experienced that one time with the margarita, Athena explains, you saw enough with Sunny and Jose to know the rules. 1, when the recipe says to call out for goddess, do me the honor of just saying my name, yeah? A girl has to have some attention every now and then, even if her worship only comes from her bar staff. 2, you have to cement the bond with your partner through intercourse when they transform from the cocktail. 3, you have to feed your partner their drink of origin every 24 hours or they'll turn back into the cocktail, which almost went so wrong with Sunny, bless her heart. Questions? There's just enough here to tease the first book and give you enough to be like, I wonder what happened with Sunny.
Yeah, that's a good point. So it's enough of an Easter egg that, if you know, you know, and if you don't, then you're kind of intrigued to.
Yeah. But it's not so much where I feel like we ran into with the Ghostlight Falls series, where there was a lot of reference to potentially other books in the series where it just felt like a deluge instead of an Easter egg. This is we have enough of Sunny here in Davy's story, and we have a little bit of Jose, and we get just enough of their backstory where it does feel like an Easter egg without it being like, oh, you have to have read their story to fully appreciate the reference that I'm making here. I thought it was really well done.
Alex does a really good job with kind of towing that line between giving enough information so you understand and not overdoing it.
Yeah.
But still giving you that. Yeah. I agree.
They did that really well with a gold medal in love too, which was a tie-in with another author's book in that series. I continue to be impressed with Alex's ability to weave a story.
I agree.
So Davey asks which cocktail he's supposed to make, and he is extremely offended by the drink that Athena points out.
Which is funny. I don't understand why.
Yeah, I don't either. Does he have a hatred of lemon drops?
I mean, that's a potent drink.
It is a potent drink. And it's also I don't know, if he were a straight man, I would assume that he had a problem with a girly drink. But I don't know, I guess my bias is showing that I assume a gay man would not have a problem with a girly drink, but maybe he does. Maybe
also
Davey
calling
does.
Any drink a girly drink is the patriarchy.
Speaking through me. I must repent. It's true. It's true. Anyway, so Athena throws one last warning over her shoulder before she leaves and says, You caused such a fucking fuss for this outcome. I want you to remember that. So don't shit all over this boon, or you'll understand why I'm worshipped as a goddess of war. Is that clear? Like, and it clearly is not clear because he immediately snipes back at her and will continue to sass her throughout the rest of this story. Like, looking a gift horse in the mouth, I don't know, like poking a bear, more like. And he goes, what? Like, you'll fire me from the bar or something? What could you do? Like, why are you asking the goddess of war what she could do to you?
But this line is one of my favorite lines of the whole book.
Yeah.
And Athena says, fuck around and find out, you little rake. Loved it.
Loved it. She raises an eyebrow and then sachets away. Hell yeah.
So here's the thing, though.
Mm-hmm.
Davey knows that she loves him.
Yes.
And we tend to act the worst for the people that we know are not going to leave us.
True.
So,
True. Oh.
So it's like, okay, my kids will act up at home for me because I'm their safe place.
Yes.
So the way that he continues to talk to her is just that she is a safe place for him. And like that might be something that like was unintentional, but like that's life.
Yeah, it really is. So Davey reads the recipe and does the stupidest thing you could do when mixing a magic cocktail from a book given to you by a goddess that you know works. He has no excuse for this.
Yeah.
He mixes the drink inside of himself.
Yep.
He just takes all of the components of a lemon drop, the double shot of Grey Goose, the limoncello, the Cointreau, the sugar, and he just like takes it all as shots and then cuts his finger and sucks on his finger to get a little bit of blood. And then uses the incantation.
Yep.
Like, what were you expecting? He says, I call upon Athena to bless this drink. I call upon Athena to make this lemon drop fulfill all my most pressing needs. And then he goes, ha, joke's on y'all, I screech into the dim bar. This is so dumb. Yes, I mixed the ingredients, but barely. Does it count if I ingested them separately? Oh, my guy.
Maybe I'll try this with like a glass of wine and see what happens.
Oh my God. So
I'll try a Cab Franc. Get a man named Frankie.
Incredible. So Davey licks the blood away from his finger, closes his eyes, and considers how he should probably call Sunny to tell her he's a coward who got trashed instead of using the book. And then the world slows down and he feels a weight atop of him and insane pressure inside of his asshole.
And at this point, I was like, Alex, come on.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Because the way that this sentence was written, I thought he was about to shit out a man.
I didn't.
And I knew that wasn't what's happening, but like I had to read it a couple of times because I was like, he ingested the ingredients and like he doesn't have like a uterus. And like I guess the best place for a man to come out is his asshole. It would be crazy if it came out of his urethra.
Talk about sounding.
Oh my God. So true.
So, but didn't Sunny had to taste it too? Like Sunny had to drink some of it too. So like
but she didn't have to drink the whole thing.
Well, no, he didn't have to drink the whole thing either. He just decided to. But like she needed to ingest it in order for it to happen.
You're right.
So but they like, do just kind of pop, like they poof into existence, I suppose.
But if I remember correctly, I do feel like for Sunny, the margarita disappeared. Maybe it just disappeared from his digestive system, from his stomach. I don't know. Either way, Davey opens his eyes because somehow, some way, the spell worked, and now my alleged perfect man is ripping me open from the inside with his gigantic cock.
Jump scare.
Very much so.
So
he goes, yeah, go ahead.
He goes, listen, I'm a size queen, and I'm happy to report that Athena's spell understood the assignment, but no matter how big or beautiful this lemon drop turned man is, I've got to stop this right now before the magic cements us together. He fights every aspect of this tooth and nail to the very end.
Yes. Physically, emotionally, figuratively, literally. Oh my God. It's just it is messy. It is messy the whole way through. But we get a description of his perfect man. And before we even got a name, I knew this man's name.
Yeah.
Yeah. I knew this man's name was Alessandro.
Why?
Because this is not the first very attractive Italian man that I've read in fiction.
And their name's always Alessandro?
Almost always. Like, I don't know. Like, he's completely naked, a standard appearance, I've been told. So all his olive-toned skin is on display, his muscles working overtime as he pounds into me like he's never been inside an ass so tight and hot before. And I guess he hasn't. His torso is covered in the same raven hair that sits atop his head. He has a suave haircut that is loosely cropped on the sides and long on the top so that it can be brushed back into elegant volume. His glass-cutting jawline is covered with more dark hair and a 5 o'clock shadow, and his eyes are accented by heavy brows that are as manicured as they are stern. Obviously, this is a man named Alessandro who calls the love of his life tesoro. Like, of course.
And let me say, I love some facial hair.
Mm-hmm.
Like that 5 o'clock shadow.
I know.
I know.
My husband often gets annoyed by his stubble because he finds it like gets a little itchy.
Yeah.
And it's funny because he goes, you better be appreciating it because I know you like it and it's driving me nuts. And I'm like, I am. Let me touch.
I like some stubble.
I love some stubble. It's so good.
It is good sensorily speaking.
Mm-hmm.
Like as a sensory activity. And also it's good on the eyes.
Yeah. I don't like it down there.
No.
It's too rough.
I think it can be used appropriately.
Fair. Anyway, we digress. So, the moment for Davey that I would say kind of breaks his enamored once-over of this beautiful man is that he looks into his eyes, and his dark brown eyes are nothing like mine. They radiate warmth and love, even as they seem to penetrate my very soul. And Davey is a man who is terrified of the mortifying ordeal of being known. He does not want to be seen. He does not want to be loved. And at this point, he shouts, "Get the fuck off of me," and uses his own strength to push Alessandro away.
Sounds like a man.
Mood.
Sounds like a man in today's dating world.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely awful. You'll never catch me on the dating scene ever again.
I love that for you. So, he does say, "You're hurting me. You were just fucking me without any lube, you Neanderthal." The words that come to his mind instead are beefcake, hunk, dessert. But he says Neanderthal. And this is, again, we get that, like, by creating this perfect man, they get all of their memories up to this point, and all of their understanding up to this point. And he says, when you placed your blood inside the cocktail that created me, I received all of your memories. Or
Cute.
Sakyodo?
Or Sacchiotto, which means teddy bear in Italian. I
Or
looked it up.
Sakyodo. Okay. So
Mhm.
he says, I received all your memories, or Sakyodo. So
Mhm.
I know how much you like the pain. Il
Il
mio
mio
piccolo
piccolo.
masochisto.
I don't think you need a translation for that, but my little masochist.
So I love that despite the fact that the non-con thing is not usually my favorite trope, it's low on my list of tropes that
No,
I
yeah.
like. I think that the fact that he has his memories and his understanding is what makes this be a little more okay. And I think we had talked
Yeah.
about that with the last book as well, with the
Yeah.
margarita,
Yes.
because even when they're saying no,
Yes.
it's like, I was just in your head 5 minutes ago. I
Yeah.
know what it is that you like and what actually works, and I
Yep.
know what you're doing right now,
Mhm.
which
And I feel like Alex did a good job in this one too of bringing it up a little sooner.
Mhm.
Because I feel like in that one time with the margarita, it it took a while before we talked about it,
Yeah.
and it made the first scene less comfortable for me.
Mhm.
Um, I wouldn't describe this scene as comfortable, ripping open with a gigantic cock, but I will say that, like, we tackle the topic of, like, I know what you need because your subconscious created me, like, much sooner like, a way that makes this all work much faster, I think.
And I think a lot of that is because of how much he pushes back throughout the whole book.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Um, so Davy says, "Who the fuck are you that you know anything about me?" And he says, "You may call me Daddy or Alessandro."
What do you think of Daddy?
I don't like it.
Mhm.
Um, it's never I never like Daddy. I mean, it works in this case, but I still don't like it. It's
Yeah.
not my personal preference.
Mine
Um,
neither, but it's fun.
so
It's
I
fun because
do
it seems to piss him off so much.
maybe that's also why it works for me in this book.
Yeah. Yep. I think that's right.
Oh, man. So I do have a question, though.
Okay.
So he does say, "You can insult me however you want, but I know you better than you know yourself, and I know that you're hard for me right now, and your slit is dripping with pre-cum."
Mhm.
Fine. The words are gentle, but the content of them taunts me anyway as he pegs my prostate roughly. Pegging, I thought,
Uh-huh.
was using
And
something that is not
a
a
penis.
penis.
Yeah. I
This is
also
not
thought
one
that.
that I'm gonna look up.
Nope.
I know my limits,
Yep.
listeners.
Contrary to previous Google searches that we have done on this podcast. We do in fact realize that there are limits. I will also register my confusion.
Okay.
Because I would have thought that this would have just been
Anal.
pe anal, yeah, like, I guess you can't really say penetrate because 'cause you're not really penetrating the prostate. You're kinda just, like, poking it, but, like, poking doesn't really work.
Spoke.
Yeah, as an erotic word, so
But, like,
so Alessandro's hands grip my ass cheeks before making a path up my torso. He uses one of them to grip the nape of my neck to fasten me to the floor, while the other runs down my arm and surprisingly weaves our fingers together. What even is this? Dominance, but like love too?
love that.
I love this. This this works for me. The
Yeah.
visual works.
Yep.
I like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah. So he does say you fight everything and everyone, maybe except Sunny. It's time you learned that despite all the secret negativity in your head, you're enough to sorrow. And I'll be damned if I don't come inside this ass and show you how proud I am for you to drip with my seed.
Mm-hmm.
I don't love seed.
I don't either, but
So
I do kind of love somebody like seeing through your bullshit.
mhm.
It's
Yeah,
pretty good. It's pretty good. I don't know that I would want it to be quite as rough uh, as this entire interaction is. Like, call me out on my bullshit, but don't. I don't want the non-con. I suppose is where I'm landing, but I do
fair.
appreciate. I do appreciate the like. No, no, you're lying. We both know that you're lying. Like, let's get on the same page here. I like it.
Yeah. So then we get reminded that they get cum drunk.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Oh, fuck, fuck, fuck. I forgot about this part. Davey babbles, the world spinning.
So then he says, he calls him a pervert and he says, "You made me this way. Now tell daddy thank you for breeding you."
Oh my
And he
God.
fights back again. "I'm not telling you shit. And you got to be fucked up if you think I'm calling you daddy." And then he smacks his ass
Uh-huh.
several times.
Oh yeah.
Um, and then he does finally give in and says, "Fine. Thank you, daddy."
He says it as sarcastically as possible. And Alessandro patiently asks, "What are you thanking daddy for doing, Orsa Kyoto?" "Thank you for breeding me, daddy," I grumble, pressing my face into the floor to muffle as much as I can.
So then he says, um, "Come on, amor mio, let's get you home and then we can do your favorite part, aftercare." And
Uh-huh.
Davey's like, "You're gonna fucking make me sit through some sentimental mushy bullshit."
Uh-huh.
And he says, "Way to fuck up a man's afterglow. I guess we're going home so I can be blah cared for."
Uh,
I love it.
it's great.
So we do get this sweet aftercare moment. He takes
Mhm.
him home. He says, "I'm going to touch your twists now to put them up into a bonnet for you." And Davey says, "Sure, you ask for consent to touch my hair, but not to fuck and hit me." Makes absolute sense.
Funny.
Yeah. So he gets him all settled and tucked in. And then he comes back into the room with Davey's favorite book of poetry and just
Yeah.
lays down on the bed and starts to read it.
And that's it. Like and it says, "I watch him intently read in the bed next to me like we're an old married couple. What in the actual shit? What even is this? This simple coexistence as though you didn't just appear out of the ether already inside me and then proceed to fuck me into the floor against my will." And Alessandro goes, "Is there a question in there somewhere?"
It's so he kind of pushes back. Alessandro pushes back and goes, "Oh, are you shocked that I share your depth and, in fact, even enjoy the more intellectual aspects of your personality?" And Davy says, "Huh, everyone knows I'm just a shallow queen." And Alessandro says, "Not Sunny, who just meets you where you're at. She'd do anything for you short of leaving Jose. And not me, the one person who you're completely transparent to." Here's the thing. The fact that that he was made for him and he already
Right.
loves him is what makes this work.
Yes.
Because being on the other side of that, to have somebody that's constantly putting themselves down, or it's like,
Mhm.
"I'm not going to feed your fucking ego
Yeah.
constantly. Like,
Yes.
I'm not going to continue to walk back your self-negative talk."
Yeah.
But because he was made for him, he already loves him because that's how he was made.
Yeah.
This works. If this were just something where they just met, I'd be like, "We're done with this guy."
It's true, cause like, It's hard because I think there's a lot of debate around, like, that concept of you have to love yourself before you can love someone else.
Mhm.
And I know that there are arguments on both sides. And I feel like for people who don't believe that they deserve love, they do sometimes need to be shown,
Mhm.
like, what what is a baseline, right?
Yeah.
Of like what is an actual acceptable level of treatment from another person. And I don't think that's necessarily the same as like having someone else teach you how to love yourself. I think that you can have bad experiences and think that those experiences are normal and have someone kind of like rewrite those synapses, but like sometimes that's enough to help you realize you do have like a lot of good qualities. Like, and I think what this story does that like real life cannot is um because Alessandro is made using Davey's experiences and is made to be his perfect match. Davey is looking at a person who is sexy and smart and emotionally intelligent and who loves poetry and who loves the nuance of it, and knowing that the magic created him as his perfect match means that Davy himself must also possess those things.
Yeah.
Like, and I think that is the underlying kind of piece of it that is really well done here, where, like, to your point, in the real world this would be a lot for, like, a
Yeah.
first meeting to just, like, have someone just shit on themselves constantly, like, on a first date, eh, like,
Uh,
yes, I
uh-huh.
will. Yeah, like, I think, like, all of us want to open up and show someone our deepest, darkest, like, most broken pieces and have them not be scared and not run away from them. And like part of that is getting to know someone and getting comfortable enough with them that you
Right.
can open up. And so like we're skipping that part here. We're skipping that getting to know each other part, which is what would make this really hard
Yes.
in a real world setting, to your point. And we're already to the point of already knows him, already loves him, and is already able to be like, no, this is not correct. This is not a correct viewing of yourself. And like, I know this for a fact and I can prove it to you.
Yeah. And also to go back to the like you need to love yourself before anyone else can love you. I
Yeah.
think that the same can be said for people to be like, well, you need to heal from this, that, or the
Yes.
other thing first before
Yeah.
you can be. And there's certain aspects that like you can't do all of the healing
Yeah.
on your own. There's
And
certain
healing's not
aspects of
a
healing.
binary. It's like
Right.
it's not necessarily done at any point.
Yeah. But there's certain aspects, especially when it comes to relationships, that like only another person can help you to heal through certain pieces.
Yes. Yeah. And like I think the ongoing conversation has to be along the lines of like it's no one's obligation, but like the people who love you will help you through, those hard times. And like you could just got to get good at letting the right people in.
Yes.
So, speaking of, Alessandro's going on about you should be familiar enough with Athena's cocktail magic to know that just because you think you're a biased informant doesn't mean that, like, I don't have my own thoughts, opinions, and sense of self. Like, I'm not just your perfect person. You're mine. So stop trying to bait me. Or don't, you little brat.
Mm.
Which is funny.
Yes. So he falls asleep, wakes up the next morning, and Alessandro's like, I need to make you your breakfast, which I love this. He's like, I know you need a good protein filled breakfast before you go to the gym.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes, and I suppose you're going to come with me and cock block me at my favorite cruising spot. And Alessandro goes, we both know you haven't cruised in ages. Sure, you love to window shop, but the gym's chief resource for you lately is a rack of dumbbells.
It's very funny. And the response to, how dare you imply I'm using a workout facility like a hetero? It just brings me so much joy. It's so funny. But like, we also get a lot of indication here that Davey is dealing with some internalized shit. Because Alessandro goes, like, you could stop flaming for a second. And Davey says, oh, and I should stop. I should listen to the men who say I'm too femme, that I need to be more masked to be taken seriously. And Alessandro's like, my guy, I love you as you are. You are never less of a man, no matter how effeminate or not you are. I think your soul is as stunning as your shell.
Which is adorable and
It
very
is.
sweet.
It is. And this is, and Davey's internal thought process is so real. He's like, I'm rendered senseless. I tried to trap him into an argument to expose his weaknesses, but instead he cradled mine.
So sweet. When he gets home from the gym, Alessandro prowls toward me, a calm smile gracing his beautifully sculpted face. And Davey says, don't, I'm so sweaty, I need a shower. And this is, again, I'm going to go on my pheromones soapbox here.
Uh-huh.
You want to be attracted to your partner in a way that in their sweatiest, dirtiest moments, you still want to lick them.
Yeah, it's true.
And he says, I want to dirty you up further. Then you could try to soap yourself off after. But I assure you that I'm going to ruin you so thoroughly, you'll never be clean again.
Damn.
And honestly, have you seen on Instagram Andrewski?
Yes. Yes, I have.
read that in his voice.
Tag him.
We might need to. He needs to say that one. Then Alessandro takes him again on the floor.
Alessandro ushers me to the dreamy land of subspace. When I'm an overcooked American noodle that a real Italian wouldn't dare eat, he begins to nibble on my body. Funny. And then we get the light recreational drug use. And then I have a question for you.
Okay.
So a bottle of leather cleaner gets held beneath Davey's nose, and he takes a big sniff, letting the poppers infiltrate my brain and settle my synapses before I lower my head back to the ground. I have never done poppers, and I'm not particularly familiar with this practice, but it was interesting to see it in fiction.
Yeah, same. I mean, that's never been my path in life, I suppose.
Yeah. I am familiar with like substance before sex to like ease the way of like sometimes this is something that I've worked a lot on therapy on, but like getting my brain to turn off so I can actually enjoy shit.
Yeah. 100%.
Yep. But my question for you is, Alessandro says, there's my good boy. I'm going to take such good care of you, tesoro. What do you think about good boy?
This works because it's a male-male situation.
Yeah, I think so too. But
don't
like, is that the internalized misogyny speaking? Like, why can't a woman say it? Why is it when a woman says it, we're like, ooh, I don't know.
I think for me, it's because I don't want to be the one in that position.
Maybe. Okay.
Then we get that Alessandro is starting to prep him with his fingers. Do we have lube? I don't think so.
we get an interesting indication that maybe enemas were not necessary in ancient times, but we get no more information about that. But I
I
also
think
don't see lube.
I think that so he says enemas exist for a reason,
Which
and
is just for the cleaning. I don't know,
yes,
like
I think that's all he was saying.
I
Like,
know, but so we get a lot of detail about enemas, but we don't get anything about lube, which is what I found funny. But whatever he does, uh his cox easily slides into me despite the incredible stretch. So it works, whatever it is.
yeah,
Um We continue a gentle rhythm with only the sounds of sex playing in the foreground. The line between love and hate feels so fine as he treats me like spun gold while he fucks me into the hardest surface available in this house. I have never felt so loved. I hate him.
I love it.
Uh,
Like, mood.
yep. hmm
So,
Here's where we get the breath play. He slides a
mhm.
hand between me and the floor, wrapping his strong hand around my neck and squeezing the sides so skillfully that I shoot to the moon from the lightheadedness and loss of breath before I spend all over the badly patterned tile. Damn.
Yep, it works. So then he gets cum drunk again, goes and takes a nap,
Uh-huh. After
and
more stupid
realizes,
fucking aftercare that makes me feel disgustingly adored and shit, I wake up from a nap and panic.
and he's mad because he's like, I'm going to be late for work. And
Mm-hmm.
Alessandro's like, don't worry about it. I called Sunny. She took care of it.
I would have loved to have seen Sunny receiving that phone call.
Yeah.
Cause like she must have been so jazzed.
Yeah. But also, this whole book is from Davey's perspective, which I
Yeah.
can appreciate.
Yep. Me too.
So then he realizes, like, oh, I've got to give him his lemon drop. He throws it at him.
Yeah.
Throws a
Well, so
drink in his face.
Alessandro is making it for himself. And Davey says, I hate you more than anyone I've ever encountered in my whole fucking 36 years of life. An evil grin spreads across my face as I hold the drink aloft. I know what this is. You need a life-giving lemon drop, don't you? If you don't have one regularly, you will cease to exist as a man and turn back into a mere beverage, I cackle. And Alessandro says, I don't think you hate me at all, and holds out his hand, like to gesture that he wants the drink back. And Davey pulls the lid off of it and throws all of it into his face and says, drink it now, daddy.
This was it infuriated me because I'm
Yeah.
like, why are you being such a dick to this person that
Yes.
is being so kind and wonderful to you?
Yep. But Alessandro simply runs a finger through the lemony liquor and brings it to his mouth, licking it salaciously. Good, it can seep into my pores this way. Incredible.
Yep.
So they go to the bar and go into Athena's office, and Davey is screeching at her.
Yep.
She's on the phone.
Mm-hmm.
And
again, this is his boss.
This is his boss. And she like is like, hang on a sec. And then he grabs the phone out of her hand and flings it across the room. Which, like, wild behavior. Also, that doesn't hang up the call.
No.
By the way.
Yep. Does not.
So, okay. Let's have whoever, like the vodka supplier on the other end, just like listen into this conversation, I guess. And then Davey says the most fucked up thing that you could say in front of another person. He's defective. I want a different cocktail.
Yeah.
That's fucked up. He's right there.
He's standing there. Yeah. And he says the spell went wrong. I know it. Or maybe I did it wrong. Something's not right. Mm-hmm. And she's like, are you, mere mortal, telling me that you know better than I do about my magic, you fucker.
Yeah. Yep.
And then she says, Davey, you spent a year practically celibate and in therapy. I know you deserve the happiness you've been purposefully keeping yourself from this entire time. That's why I gave you the book now. Honey, you're worthy of love. You always were.
Yep.
And sometimes you got to beat love into somebody.
Oh, yeah. Which Alessandro says, just as I have been saying. And it says he pipes up with a gentleness that feels like violence as he steps to my side and rubs circles into my arm. Like, Alex does such a good job writing a character like this. Like, it is so clear that this is a person who does not want to be loved. And like saying it like that, a gentleness that feels like violence is so evocative. It's just so good.
So then he tries to bait her, and she's not having it.
Well, because he wants a different cocktail. And Athena goes, honey, sweetie, baby, I regret to inform you that I don't make mistakes. And Davey replies, oh, we're just going to ignore the Medusa of it all? Which is a lovely call out.
Yes. And she's like, oh, just dredging up old shit, are we? You don't think I've paid my penance for that? And he says, just like I've paid my penance for all my years of slutting around. And this, I loved. This was such a good line.
Yeah.
She says, that's my fucking point, Davey. No one who loves you has ever slut-shamed you as badly as you slut-shamed yourself. Isn't it time you had someone show you that sex can be joy instead of a maladaptive coping mechanism? Isn't it time you had the unhinged raw sex you can be proud of?
Fuck yes.
Loved this. Loved it so much. But also, like, we are our own worst enemy.
Yeah.
No, like, you say much worse things to yourself than you will ever say to anyone else.
So true. Davey is continuing to fight back, and is basically doing what I would call like whataboutism, which is the practice of when someone has completely torn apart the point that you just made, you make a completely different, unrelated point just to keep the argument going. And so he says, oh, so you think the answer to me flinging it around town is to convert to some heteronormative monogamy? Like, bro, which Athena has a similar reaction and goes, oh my fuck. Alessio, can you please weigh in here? And so Alessandro pipes up and is like, nobody's boxing you in. Polyamory exists. Like, it's like, fuck you, Davey. Accept love. You have no defenses against this. Just accept it.
Yeah. And I can appreciate Davey for the stubborn bastard that he is, because
oh, for sure.
Same.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And so Davey says that seems too easy to just do polyamory. And Alessandro says deciding to love yourself is never easy. And Davey is kind of like being a little shit. He's like, I thought you were supposed to love me enough for the both of us. And Alessandro says, that is not how the world works, sentient cocktails or no. And like, it's just it's like that exact point that I was making where it's not like he's not loving you enough for the both of you. Like, you have to learn to love yourself. Like, he can't do it by himself, but like, oh, it's so good. It's so good.
And in getting to that point, he's going to continue to show him this unconditional love, despite the fact that the conditions are pretty
hostile.
Yes. Yeah. So they storm out of the office. He walks up to Sunny, grabs her by the hair, and is like, "We need to talk."
Yeah. And she's so funny. She goes, okay, a little violent to get my attention, but it's kind of hot. Has the sexuality spectrum shifted to include girls?
So he tells her, "I hate him."
Mm-hmm.
And she goes, "You absolutely don't. You're brighter than the illuminated angel on top of a Christmas tree today." And then he thinks, if Athena has a read on me, Sunny wrote the whole book.
Yeah. Good line.
And she goes, "Sure, Jan." Which I loved.
And then I also love this because this is such a best friend move. Which is, here's some perspective. I have taste, and I have loved you since the first we met. I have a whole ass husband now, sure, but you are still my everything, and that's for a good goddamn reason. Like, it's like, it's gotten bad when your best friend is like, you are insulting me by talking shit about yourself.
Yes.
Because you are insulting my ability to love a good person. Like,
yeah,
think twice about that one, motherfucker.
absolutely.
And I love it. I love it so much.
So she says, "Now let that pretty boy fuck you into tomorrow until you fall in love with him for real." And then basically is like, "You're dismissed."
Yeah, go on. And so then the boys show up. Jose and Alessandro, the sentient cocktails, if you will.
Yes.
And there's just a whole ass, like, conversation about, like, what if we became a polycule? Kind of vibes. And then they're, like, Jose and Sunny are, like, getting excited about, like, oh, what if we gave the book to more people? Like, who could be next? Which is fun because it feels like it's kind of teasing a sequel.
There are, I believe, 2 more that Alex has planned. I don't think that they're written yet, but there are 2 more that they had posted on social medias about.
Yeah. Let's not put any undue pressure. This literally just released.
That's true.
We love it. We loved the first one. We will love anything else you write, Alex, but don't take this as pressure to pump out more of them.
No. At least not pressure in a bad way, but pressure a little bit because we want to read more.
Anyway.
So they're talking about, like, who else could we get that's going to be a hot drink that's going to come in and maybe want to have us turn into this big polycule of drinks and
pretty much
people.
Not in so many words, but it does kind of imply, like, let's get more hot people around that we could all potentially fuck. I love it.
Among us has never had that thought?
But Davey does not like this.
No. And so they leave.
Well, first he shouts, "I don't even know if I want Alessio to stay."
Which is like, again, he's
so fucked up.
Yeah. And then he's like, "Let me out of the booth." Like, he's running away from his problems.
Yep.
And then Alessio takes him back home after saying, "It's been a pleasure to meet you both formally, and I look forward to seeing you more."
Yeah.
Like, I understand he's having a little meltdown right now. We'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Nice to meet you. I'm going to take him home. This is like, I've done this with a toddler. Like, yes. We're just having a little meltdown. Really nice to meet you.
Our feelings are too big for us right now.
Gotta go take this one home. It's time for a nap. And so in the car, Davey's like, "Who are you to say what I need, what I do, who I am?" And he says, "I believe, Tesoro, that you forgot that your blood finished the spell that created me. It is actually you who says what you need, what you do, and who you are. I may be here to love, cherish, and care for you, but I would not be here without your blood magic, your power. Only you can choose whether or not I continue to live. Will you allow yourself to be loved? It would be my honor to do so for the rest of your life. May it be long. Adorable.
Mm-hmm.
Terrifying. You're
Oh, for
literally
sure.
saying, you choose whether I live or die.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. This is kind of this was a very interesting take on a romance, because I do think, like, this series as a whole is such
Mhm.
that the sentient cocktail is not really a fully fledged character most of the time. Like, they don't have their own wants and dreams. They don't have, like, their own baggage. And it's
Mhm.
like, it truly is an exercise in learning to love yourself. And, like, I love that about this series.
Yeah.
Like, do I think that maybe Alessandro should have a little more feelings about the idea of him potentially living or dying? Maybe a little bit. But it doesn't serve a purpose in this story, and I can respect that.
Yeah. Yeah. So then they get home.
And Davey mixes the cocktail for Alessandro.
Yes. And then he puts Davy up against the wall.
Mhm.
Loved this.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
um Also the um we get saying nothing, he pumps his dick with one strong hand while his other arm secures me to his waist. The logistics of that didn't make much sense, but
Yeah.
also to be manhandled with one arm.
Whoa. Yeah. Yep. Yep. So his thrusts fuck me back into the wall, and the sensation of the hard surface combined with his thick cock makes me moan for him.
Mhm.
Oh.
We get that's my good boy. Again, like it
Mhm.
didn't bother me as much as it does.
Mhm.
And again, probably need to do some introspective thinking on the patriarchy about that one, but here we
Uh-huh.
are.
Uh-huh.
So he makes him come. He does say, "Come for me, amor mio." Here's the thing. I think it's easier to do that for a man than it is for a woman. Just gonna say.
He also kisses him for the first time.
Yes, which is wild.
Yeah, well, because Davey's been avoiding it. And so this is kind of like the moment for Davey. And he thinks, it finally hits me that I can have this. I can have him. I can let him have me forever. And so, like, they both come, they, like, untangle themselves. Alessio, ever the gentleman, untwines our bodies and sets my feet back on the floor, ensuring I am steady enough to stand after the endorphin rush. And Davy goes and picks up the glass and says, "Are you sure you want me? We don't have to continue this charade. You can exist, but we could part ways, you know." And Alessandro doesn't even, like, dignify that with a real response. He just
Yeah,
says, "I do love you," to Soro. And Davy says, "I'm not ready." And Alessandro says, "Take your time. Take your whole life. I'll be here."
which
Wild.
yes. Now, then we get an epilogue.
Uh-huh.
So, like, he's made his decision.
Uh-huh.
I wish we got a little bit more, but I understand for the purposes of it's a short novel.
Yeah.
So we get an epilogue and we are back in Madame Ava's
Tarot reading
sketchy
front.
little
Yeah.
office.
Yep.
Um, he's giving her attitude, which was interesting.
Yeah. And also, we get some indication that Madame Ava is maybe a little otherworldly.
Yeah, which I feel like we got something similar in the last book, but
Yeah,
not
but
quite this.
Yeah. Yeah. Not quite this,
premonition that she shows him.
which is interesting. I don't know that I needed her to show him them fucking in the future.
Well, and I think that the whole point is like, yeah, he decided that he wants to keep him around,
Yeah.
but he still was unsure about like the permanence of it.
Yeah.
So this is just saying like, yeah, it's permanent. Yeah, this is what's
You love him.
happening. You love
Yeah.
him. Let's move along here.
Mhm.
Um, I did like so she's showing him the two of them like starting to get intimate and
Yeah.
Alessio ponders good-naturedly, pulling my pants down to expose, wow, my ass is great from this angle. Talk about a bubble butt.
I you know what? It does deserve to be smacked. I guess I can see how we get to this point.
I love this
Yeah.
because, like, I wish that we all could see ourselves the way that somebody else is seeing us, you know?
Yeah. Mhm.
And he gets that brief moment to see. It's very much a like Ghost of Christmas Present kind of
Oh,
situation.
yeah, very much so. So
But
true.
in a positive way, I suppose.
Yeah.
So now he's like, "All right, I've seen enough of this. We're sex fiends in the future."
Got it.
And she goes, which this is Alex's favorite line,
Yeah.
"You've got to be shitting on my dick."
Is that what you took from this? Yep. It's so good, though.
And
So
so they
yeah,
sign
go ahead.
paperwork, and she says, "Alessandro Keeble, husband of Davey Keeble, welcome to the world."
And Davey's like, "Wait, what? Husband? Who decided that?" And she goes, "Oh, look at the time. Things to see, people to screw. The office is closed."
And so then Alessio says, "Thank you, madam. Come, mio marito." Is that my married one?
Yeah, my husband. My little husband, probably.
And he says, "Whatever you say, daddy."
So
And
good.
then they leave with Davy in a bridal carry across
Mhm.
the threshold.
Oh, yes.
And then he thinks, maybe, just maybe, I'm beginning to think that I wouldn't change anything about the one time with the lemon drop. And that's how we end.
That's how we end. How would you rate this one?
This is a 4 for me.
Mhm.
I think that it loses a star just because the non-con element, even though it's done
Always.
really well,
Yeah.
is not my jam. So, but as always, Alex continues to be one of my favorites
Oh, for sure.
in their writing and also just in being a pretty awesome human.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this one's a 4 for me. What about you?
Also a 4. The writing is fabulous. I think the smuts, there are
Mhm.
definitely some scenes where even though, like, it's not for me, it does work. And I love Davey being the little shit that he is. I felt like he was very, very real, and I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Me too.
So, it's time for my favorite part.
So, originally, my
Uh-huh.
cast for Davy. Did you ever watch True Blood?
Yeah.
So, Lafayette in True Blood?
Oh, kind of vaguely.
So,
Lafayette.
Nelson Ellis is who played Lafayette. And that originally from the first book, I was like,
Yeah.
that is who Davy is.
Yeah.
However, when I was searching that, I realized that Nelson Ellis died in 2017
Oh my god.
from heart failure at 39 years old.
Oh
So
my
that
god.
was a terrible thing to discover as I was putting together this. So
Oh my
rest in
goodness.
peace to him because that's terrible.
Yeah.
So I did decide to go a different route.
Mhm.
And for Davy, I went with Coleman Domingo.
That is a good looking man.
Yeah, it is. Also, I had seen Coleman Domingo met his husband through a Craigslist ad after
No
a brief
way.
encounter at Walgreens.
Stop. Like a missed connections ad?
It seems like it. Yeah. So
That's so cute.
I believe his husband's name is Raul,
Oh my
which
God.
also just adds to it. Like, of
Yeah.
course, he would be this cast, and then he's married to an exotic man. So for Alessio
Yes.
Alessandro, I went
Ooh.
with Eugenio Franceschini.
Sure.
He is from Emily in Paris,
Uh-huh.
which you still haven't watched, huh?
I still haven't watched it.
It's good.
I've been busy.
Yeah, you've had some stuff going on. Fine. So he is, I can't remember what his character's name is in Emily in Paris, but he is an Italian character, and he was the first person I thought of when we got this hot Italian man.
Love it.
Yeah, he's one good looking dude.
Great picks all around.
Well, you've had a very busy couple of weeks.
Yes.
Have you been reading anything or?
No.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
No. Absolutely not. I did try to make progress on the other Bennett sister. I have been enjoying it a lot. I think so far the show has really stayed true to the book. And I'm kind of curious to see if and where it will diverge, but I've really enjoyed kind of that general. It's like it's an Austen read, so it's like a little slow, a little like English countryside as a book. I don't know how else to describe it. It's nice.
Okay.
How about you?
I still have not finished Tradwife. Which is crazy because on the breaking down the fourth wall, it's been several weeks since we've recorded. Yeah. We did a little bit of a kind of stacking some recordings to give Elle some time for her wedding and everything. So it's been a while. I did bring it with me on my trip to your wedding. I got some done on the plane there, and I actually chatted with one of the flight attendants. She was like, "Ooh, that looks interesting." I'm like, "Yeah, it's kind of a horror." So I've gotten further into it. It's really fucking creepy. But it is really good. So that is a good one. And I did download and haven't started yet, but I did download that book that we had talked about a couple weeks back, Strange Familiars.
Oh yeah, my copy just arrived.
Nice. So that's on my list of things to read also.
Amazing.
Yeah, so I've got some good ones, I think, as summer starts to really take shape. Thank goodness.
Indeed.
Well, if you've made it this far, we appreciate you. Don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, tell your friends, leave a comment. And with that,
we're at our wits' end.
We'll see you next time.